Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking a little bit more about working with C++ in a notebook environment. So I have this C++ notebook and it's fairly easy to work with this online with this link here using this tool called mybinder.org. The problem with this is, for one, it takes forever, but beyond that, it actually does not persist these changes to the repository or to my local machine or anything like that. So ideally, instead of using this tool, MyBinder, or going to the Jupyter webpage and using the Jupyterlab interface, ideally I could do something on my local machine. So instead of saying mybinder.org up here, it would say localhost. And then I could just have those notebook files on my local machine and push them up to GitHub. So that's the goal of this video. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. Now this will work for Mac and Linux. If you're on Windows, sorry, you're out of luck. You might just have to stick to the cloud version or get a tool like Embarcadero C++ Builder. C++ Builder is the IDE of choice for rapidly building C++ applications. Utilize drag and drop visual components that are responsive and allow for cross-platform deployments. When building data-driven applications, you can bind data sources to visual components to make working with data easy. Go ahead and get started with a free trial of the Architect Edition, which will give you all of the features of C++ Builder. So whether you're a beginner just getting started or want to build enterprise-level applications, C++ Builder is the tool for you. I'll leave a link in the description. So yeah, you could look into that. That's not going to give you notebook capabilities, but you should be able to do all of the C++ development that we talk about in this series. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up the kernel for this, which is called Xeus. So we say Xeus -cling, and it's going to bring up, well, there's the home page and then there's the GitHub page. We'll go to the GitHub page here, scroll down, and there's going to be the README, which talks about how to install this. So from this, we're going to be using Miniconda. So let's visit Miniconda, and then we'll go for Python 3.8, or maybe by the time you're watching this, 3.9, or maybe even 4. And we'll go for the bash version. And then in our terminal, we're going to change directory into the downloads folder. And then from here, what we're going to do is we are going to say bash, and then the name of the file, Miniconda, something, hit tab to expand it, hit enter, and we'll just go through these agreements, press enter to continue, and you just type yes, confirm the location, enter is good. At this point, you should just finish the installation and you should be good to go. From this point on, we can follow these GitHub instructions now that we have Miniconda installed. So Conda is a way to create different environments. So we can take this first line here, Conda create -n cling, and that's going to create a new environment named cling. So we'll go to our terminal, paste that in. Yep. And there we go. And it says to activate this environment, use Conda activate cling. To deactivate an active environment, use Conda deactivate. So when you're typing in the terminal, you'll be able to tell if you're in that environment because it'll say the environment name in parentheses left of the prompt here. So to activate it, you can say Conda activate cling, and you can see it pops up right there. And now anytime we type, that's going to show up. To deactivate it, you can say Conda deactivate, and it'll go away. But we want to activate it right now, so we'll say Conda activate cling. There we go. And now we're going to install Xeus cling, which is the Jupyter kernel for C++. So we'll paste this in here, but before we hit enter, I'm going to scroll over here and also type in Jupyterlab, like so. So just so I can get all this on one line, this is what it's going to look like. Hit enter. Yes, proceed. And it says done. And now we can execute Jupyterlab. And here we are. Now in the terminal, it'll be running. You can close it with Control C and then typing in Y. That'll close out of it. And now you can go back to executing the different commands. And what I want to talk about briefly is this command we just executed, Xeus cling Jupyterlab -c Conda forge. Well, you can figure out where these packages are coming from on Anacondaorg. So here we are on Anacondaorg, and I'm just going to search for Jupyterlab. So for example, Jupyterlab, and here we have Jupyterlab, and then the channel, as it's called, is conda-forge. So taking a look back at our command, we are installing Xeus Cling, the C++ kernel, and then Jupyterlab, the interface to work with it. And the channel is from conda-forge. And you can confirm that if you look up Xeus Cling, it's also going to be in the conda forge channel. So Xeus-Cling, and you can see that this is also from conda forge. So what I want to do now is I want to run Jupyterlab and open up a notebook. So you can start with a fresh notebook here and then save it somewhere, or you can open a notebook locally. So if you want to, for example, start with the notebook I have online, what you can do is you can go to that GitHub repo. So from this repo, you can launch a binder. Oh my golly. What is taking so freaking long, dude? Just do it. So once you have this open, you can download it locally, and we can open this inside of Jupyterlab. So it looks like we can only sort by name here, but we can just type in cpp.ipynb, and voila, here we go. And then you can run it locally. There you go. That is how you get a Jupyterlab environment locally to run C++. Quite the headache, I know, but it worked. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.